A track drivers never wanted to race at. An early history much maligned and uncertain. All anyone knew was that this track was fast. Maybe a little bit too fast, honestly. Know this, though. The name Talladega still, to this day, invokes fear into the hearts and minds of racers everywhere. Folks, let's gather around and get ready to watch this special presentation of the 2019 Mental Health Awareness 250, brought to you by our friends, the Sim Racers for Mental Health series. And you'll see it all live here on the Global SimRacing Channel. In the booth with me this evening, the maestro, Adam Lindgren, here tonight to call the action. And over there, still in the big chair, Joe P, twisting and tweaking the dials for us this evening in the only way he can. And still ever mysterious, Dougie Beard back there behind the cameras. He's ready to go. And we are ready to go, Adam. Listen, I said that very fast track here. We're not even going to bother with a lap guide tonight. We're going to just let you talk about it. Tell us a little bit about this track here. Talladega, Alabama.
Definitely, Sean. All right, so for those unfamiliar with this track, take Daytona, make it a little bit longer, clocking at 2.66 miles or 4.28 kilometers, make it wider by a lane and a half, increase the banking by a couple degrees, and put the start-finish line at the end of the dogleg, and you've got the Alabama Albatross that is Talladega Superspeedway. These truckers will be tackling 54 laps or 250 miles around this beast at speeds upwards of 180 miles per hour, sometimes up to 190. Bumper to bumper, door to door. They'll have to keep their wits about them, as the cerebral strategy of superspeedway racing can make even the most composed driver's palms sweat. That $25 iRacing credit looks mighty attainable, but with the field stacked with regulars, ringers, and even one of GSRC's own. It's anybody's race tonight, and it will definitely be an intense one, Sean.
Well, intense, maybe too intense. We said too fast, too intense. Adam, you had a little bit of time in the truck. We talked about this setup, this iRacing fixed setup in this Gander Mountain truck. Tell us about that. What were you feeling as that truck got about 10 laps into a run?
Yeah, these trucks really tend to get a little bit loose around here. This fixed setup is a little bit troublesome when you get in the draft, and these guys are going to be in the draft all night, so they're going to have to get used to how loose the trucks get off of the corners. So when you get right tucked in behind a guy, you can tend to get that rear end a little bit lifted up because you don't have as much downforce pushing down on the trucks. So as we're watching Rachel Hunt go around the track, she's not behind someone right now, but as they drop down in front of her, you're going to see her get a little bit loose, so she's staying a little high to make sure she keeps the draft, but that way she's not getting as loose as she would if she were right tucked in behind as the 22 is.
And in this field tonight, not a huge field, but I see we have our own little Nicky is in the race tonight. Nick Schmig right now is ninth on the board of practice. So good on him. Hopefully he has a good run this evening. I know he's getting ready to disassemble his rig and have to move everything as he's going to another location. So this may be the last official iRacing thing for Nick here before he makes the big move.
The big moves are scary, but what's even scarier is trying to run 3 wide around Talladega. Now, granted, the track is wide enough, but with how squirrely these trucks are tonight, these guys are going to have a little bit of trouble when they start to get more packed up into the bunch. We're watching Corey Williamson try and go around the outside of Brian Perry there down the bottom lane. And this is something that you're going to see a lot tonight, is trucks driving side by side. So they're going to have to get used to holding their line, and that's something that can be really difficult when you have as loose a setup as we have tonight.
Yeah, it does make that that side by side racing rather precarious. So, and as we just about wrapped up here with practice, we'll have a 5-minute 2-lap qualifying session. And honestly, yeah, you can really ill afford to make any kind of mistake there. 5 minutes, barely enough time to get 2 laps in.
Definitely. And as we watch these guys take their qualifying, it'll be a very interesting strategies. You have to stay really close to that yellow line for sure.
You really do. You want to drop it down and get it and really hug that line pretty much all the way around. Let's look at the race details here real quick as we get qualifying started here, and the two-dimensional fans all get to their feet in anticipation of this qualifying session. It is the Mental Health Awareness special event this evening here, and well, don't worry about NASCAR Cup. We're actually running the Gander Mountain trucks. We just felt like saying Cup. 100% fuel. This is the iRacing fixed setup here for Talladega. Well, at 100% fuel, you're going to get, I think it's like 28 laps, if I remember correctly, something like that, Adam. And of course, there is something at stake. It's a 54-lap race. The winner will get $25 in iRacing credits. Now, they have asked drivers to run paint schemes of a band or an organization that may have helped you in your life. And, well, the one random person who finishes the race with one of those paint schemes is going to get iRacing credits, totaling $5. And one random person who finishes if 20 or more drivers show up, let's see, they've done that. 20 have showed up, so one more person is going to get a random $5 in iRacing credits before this is all over tonight, Adam. So a little bit of money being thrown around, the iRacing fun money variety, but all the drivers now out on track except for Jalen Battle. I see everybody else out on track taking their solo qualifying lap here. Tyler Fody on screen.
Yeah, Tyler's doing the classic strategy of running high through your first lap around here at Talladega. You stay right up against the wall and try and build up as much speed with that engine as you can. You're just sitting up there trying to get as much speed as you possibly can, but you want to put as little wheel input as you can into these trucks so that way they maintain the most amount of speed. And then starting your second lap, either that or your third, it's really up to you depending on how you're feeling, but a lot of drivers will take their second lap also up high and then drop low for their third lap. We'll see whether or not Tyler Fody is one of those drivers.
Well, Nick Schmeg, the first one to come in with a time, and Nick gets that Ronald McDonald's house truck there. He gets that on the pole, not for long, because Corey Williamson runs it a little bit better with a 55.385, and Corey holds on to that. The board now starting to fill up with qualifying times coming across. Brandon Carr just goes to P2. William Kruska, Bilko's third there. Fody gets a time in. Rachel Hunt gets her first time in. A lot of Floridians in this field this evening.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are regulars in both the Sim Racers for Mental Health series and the PRL Truck series that we run both Wednesday and Thursday. Well, what am I talking about? Not Thursday evenings. I believe it's also Wednesdays. Yes, Wednesdays. Is when we run both of those series. So all these drivers fairly familiar with one another, and so it's really cool to see these drivers really taking their laps around here. And Nicholas Panico there coming home. He puts in a time just a couple of hundredths faster. That's going to move him up to 7th before he gets knocked down to 8th by Brandon Carr, who puts in his time. Rachel Hunt just finishing her times as well.
Am I allowed to make any Panico with the disco jokes? That was horrible. I'm sorry. I'll stay away from the bad jokes tonight. So yeah, that's the director's job, and he's directing tonight. So.
Oh, right now,
Blake Traywick just goes up to second there with his second lap.
But Nicholas Schmeck holding on to first place right now, holding on to the pole by just about 300ths.
Nick found a little something there in that fixed set, and making it look good right now. Is there anybody else? Let's see. Jalen Battle still got a second lap to get in here. Looks like Jeffrey McClintock is not even going to get a time lap. I take that back. McClintock did get a lap. That's one lap. And that was good enough for P13. Jalen Battle goes to the pole. battle to the pole with that second lap of 55-164.
Wow, that's just 1/100th ahead of Nicholas Schmeg, so that probably will secure him pole. And it looks like that will, because that's the end of the qualifying session.
And just like that, it's over. Like we said, 5 minutes is not a lot of time to get 2 laps. And we're up to 21 drivers all of a sudden. Jalen Battle, your pole sitter, right next to little Nicky Schmeg there in the number 99 row. 2, Blake Trawick and Chad Mikos. Row 3, Michael Bromley, Steve Rada will start 6th tonight in number 3. Row 4 going to be Josh Walker and Corey Williamson in a number 81 Gander truck. And row 5, it's going to be Jared Young starting 9th tonight in number 22, and Tyler Fody will start in 10th.
11th is going to be Ryan Jones on row 6, starting alongside Rachel Hunt, who had an unfortunate event in last night's race with some research for mental health. Hopefully she has better luck tonight. Andrew Schroeder is going to start in the baker's dozen position on row 7 alongside Jeffrey McClintock in 14th. William Kruska in 15th position with the 55.5 time, alongside Brandon Carr in 16th on row 8, Wesley Fuller in 17th, and Nicholas Panico in 18th on row 9. Then James Miller and Michael Sutherin are going to be our first folks without a time, and then Brian Perry in 21st also did not get a qualifying time in.
I want to tell you how we say McClintock in Texas, okay?
Please help.
It's McClintock. It's just kind of one word. It's just McClintock. There's not a whole lot of emphasis on anything there. It's just almost sounds like there aren't any syllables in it. So, got to see that movie sometime. Adam, you know what I'm talking about. So,
definitely. I look forward to it.
Good John Wayne Western there, McClintock. So, anyway, all right. So here we go. Boy, those trucks look colorful, all lined up there on the field. It's funny, I've gotten used to seeing the trucks start on pit lane here with that new setup that they've been using, where all of them start in the pit lane and then make their way to the track. And, well, this is Dega, and they've always done things a little bit different here. Adam, I've been to Talladega several times. Enjoyed much racing here and much fun from a place called Talladega Boulevard, which sits in the very middle of this infield. So it's
I'm
it's
sure
a fine
you have,
place.
Sean.
So,
but have you seen James Miller just hanging out on the apron? Because that's not something I've seen. He's
I don't know
having
what's
trouble getting
going
his truck
on there.
started. Looks like he's gotten going. So.
He has got going, but I wonder if maybe he had some kind of a hardware problem or something. But at least he pulled off clean and didn't actually make contact with anybody.
Yeah, he surprised a couple of our other drivers, but fortunately they got around him safely, so he's going to rejoin at the back of the pack and unfortunately forfeit his qualifying position, I believe. We'll see whether or not they let him come back in. Well, actually, he was one of the ones who didn't get a qualifying time, so it won't make that much of a difference, but it looks like the 62 is going to let him slot in ahead, so everyone will be lined up as they go into turn 3, getting right for the green flag.
Cool, everybody's happy here. As we head into turn 3 here. Getting ready to let him rip. Have the Chevrolet Silverado, the Toyota Tundra out on track. iRacing still trying to put together a deal to get the Ford out here.
It'd be awesome.
It certainly would. Hashtag soon.
We'll see what kind of a jump Nick Schmeg can get. Jalen Battle's going to have the start, and they're going to have to wait quite a while. They might be going on green, but Jalen Battle, I don't know if there's any rules against it. Do you know, Sean, about taking the jump early?
Not, but the pace car is off. Jalen Battle starts to crank it up and kicks it back a little bit. We're waiting for the drop of the green. It's set by the leader. Schmeg on the outside. The green flag is away. We're mean green and underway here at Talladega Super Speedway. Sim Racers for Mental Health. 54 laps this evening, folks. Schmeg gets going slow on the top side. Jalen Battle gets off to a good start. Blake Treywick tucked up under that rear wing. Diffuser. What do you want to call that? Spoiler.
One of those things. But
Yeah.
definitely Treywick got a good run there. Michael Bromley underneath Nick Schmeg as well, trying to get a run going.
Yep.
There are a couple drivers who ducked out to the outside to get to the back of the pack. They're just going to chill at the back as they try and get these trucks around here a little bit. But look at that. Jalen Battle and Blake Treywick, a two-truck tandem, making their way into the dogleg for the first time at speed.
All right, and Nick's getting that help finally on the top side. It's starting to move now. Getting the run up to the door there of Blake Treywick. Starting to make the run. Here they come. Across the start-finish line. And Nick pulls back up. Nose to nose with Jalen Battle.
You can see how squirrely these trucks are already. I mean, look at
Treywick,
this. The
really.
lines are not stable.
Yeah, Treywick was really squirrely down there on the bottom. Treywick in the mud vein truck.
These trucks are just not stable right now. These fresh tires not really doing them much good. It's going to be really exciting when they start to wear out the tires a bit.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Michael Bromley gotta really watch out back there. Josh Walker, really squirrely, looking to the bottom, mate. Can't possibly be looking for fresh air already. If he did, he really got those tape settings wrong. Look at this, stepping out. Here comes stepping out. Treywick stepping out to the top side.
And it looks like Ryan Jones looking to make it 4 wide almost as they go into turn 1. This is very tight. They're getting extremely tight as they close through turn 1 and 2.
Now we're 3 wide. 3 wide, baby. Oh, we got one truck popping it off the wall, coming out of 2.
Yeah, Ryan Jones is really close. He just barely scraped the wall there, but he was able to hold it together. These truck drivers really not holding no quarter right now. And we got one on the apron into turn 1. Looks like everyone's going to be okay, but man, that is extremely tight right now up front.
That was Josh Walker that came in off the apron like that. You're not going to get away with that too many times here.
Our pole setter Jalen Battle, he's 4th in line on the bottom side. That top lane is actually moving pretty well right now, but Jalen Battle really struggling to keep on the back of the 27 of Michael Bromley. Bromley struggling to keep it up off the apron as they enter 1 and 2 again.
Fody nosing ahead here. Schmeg, Treywick working together down there on the bottom, holding a pretty good line, both of them here. Still 3 wide here in the middle of the field.
I can report that Kruska's decided to bail out. He's going to the back. He does not like how squirrely these trucks are. He's anticipating a wreck.
Side by side up front. Oh. Rachel Hunt thought about making it 3 wide, taking it up the middle there for a moment, steps back in line. Hunt.
Chad Mickham's going up top. He's going up to the third. He's going up to that third line trying to make it work, but no one came with him.
Yeah.
That means he's going to get freight trained.
Shuffling. Oh, no, wait, hang on a second. Up top, there goes the 2. Josh Walker maybe going up to give a hand.
It's going to get really tight up there.
Yeah, the only problem the only thing I don't like about that third line all the way up top is there's just absolutely no margin for error. You know that. And, it's a hard way to sled around here at Talladega. Constantly fighting that truck wanting to grab a piece of the wall as it comes off these turns. That line not moving yet. The 81 pops up. He's going to try and help Corey Williamson. And they all drop back 2 by 2.
On board with Steve Radden, you can just see how squirrely these trucks are. No one can really tuck up behind one another right now. It's just extremely loose. These trucks really having a hard time staying together, and that's going to make it the fact that the third line really isn't going to be able to get a run, because in order to run that third line and gain speed the long way around the course, you have to be one up against another, but that bottom line really checking out.
Wow, look at McClintock there. Made a bold move up through the middle. The 5 coming forward real quick. They got Treywick to the inside, and oh, they're awful squirrely right there. Rachel Hunt, Fody.
What are you going to do good job hanging on. The 87 hitting the wall pretty hard there. I believe that was the 87. It might have been the 53
Oh, we got a
actually.
truck
Nicholas
spinning. We got a spinner. I think it was Corey Williamson spinning out of turn 4.
He got involved with Nicholas Panico, who was up against the wall and dropping back quickly. It looks like he might have blown his engine.
Both trucks stay down below the yellow line on the apron. Does not bring out a caution flag. Here is the replay and in the wall.
Wow, he just cut left. It might have been a hardware failure, Sean.
Yeah, it started to go right and it never tried to go back the other way. I'm with you. I'm wondering if something got disconnected there.
So because of that accident, we had a couple of checkups here, and now we've got 2 packs going, but the front pack is really bottling up. We have a second pack that's 3 wide back there with Ryan Jones, Jared Young, and Brandon Carr. Brandon Carr dropping to the bottom side. Jared Young trying to get that second pack up to the first pack now. And wow, they're getting really squirrely for the lead.
Oh, they really are. Mikaz is awful squirrely there. But going to the front, it's Fody, Rachel Hunt. They like the partnership so far. Couple of Toyotas working together.
Rachel Hunt qualifying in 12th, now up to the 4th position. That shows how much give and take happens here at Talladega. She's challenging for the lead just like she did last night before her troubles. So she's really doing a good job up here in the front pack.
And actually, this front pack, most of the field done a really, really good job here in the early stages of the race. The trucks do look awful squirrely, though, and as we approach lap 10, I start to worry a little bit about tires and the heat. We never even really talked about the weather, but it is over 100 degrees on track right now, so these tires probably starting to go away just a bit.
Yeah, these trucks are getting really squirrely. The checkups are coming hard and fast right now. The driver's doing a really good job to hang on to it, but these trucks are not behaving well, and they're stuck with them all night, Sean.
Yeah, they definitely look like an angry beast to hang on to here at the moment. Back 3 wide as we head through the turn. Is that Panico coming back out from a pit stop? They're going to come by him, I believe.
Hopefully he'll stay low, but he's kind of halfway up that lane. He's gonna finally see them and let them by. Steve Rada up there on the 3rd lane, followed by the 2 of Josh Walker, trying to make that 3rd line work.
Man, did you see the 22? Jared Young? That truck was just about sideways. I don't know how he hung on to that.
It's just the nature of the race. Everyone just trying to hang on as they get. Oh my goodness! And we have guys on the apron. This is really, really rough stuff right now.
And with every passing lap, the amount of that slide continues to increase. You know, just the movement of the truck from left to right. Look at that up front. Watch out, James Miller. Miller taking the nose there off of what was that? I think Jalen Battle.
And Nick Schmeg has decided to duck out. He's ducking out of the pack and going to the back. He's decided he's had enough, and he's going to get back into the relative safety of further back in the pack.
That's a lot of pressure. It's a pressure cooker up there, man. And there's a long way to go. I mean, we still have 43 laps. A couple of pit stops are going to have to come into play. Again, we've got 100% fuel in the trucks.
Yeah, I'm frankly, with how loose this set is, I'm amazed that they've kept it green this far. Look at the 7 of Tyler Fody. Really strong move up to the top line. He's going to block that line and take the lead from Jeffrey McClintock and take Miller with him.
Rachel Hunt took a look down below the yellow line and said, oh, wait a minute, I'm not supposed to be there, and pulled back up. Yeah, the top line seems to work at times, but it doesn't move forward enough to for a couple of trucks to break down back to the bottom. We haven't seen anybody do that yet. Now it's moving.
Yeah, it only really works on the straights when they can get stable, but through the corners, they're losing a lot of time. But these top truck drivers, they're really doing a good job to try and stay nose to tail, but right now, everyone's just being really careful through the corners. It's a really smart thing to do.
And really one of the harder things in especially in super speedway racing in the sim, in iRacing, to get right is to find somebody who can really hang on to your rear bumper and actually be a help and not a hindrance to you. Because that guy behind you who can't hold the line, he's not helping you at all. It's those two trucks that can keep the same line, keep it going around, not scuff off any speed, that can actually pull away and make a difference. And right now up front, it's Fody and McClintock that seem to be working together, but McClintock, got to be honest, having a little trouble holding the line back there, and I think that's going to open up our opportunity for this top line here in just a moment. As we see right now, James Miller in control of that.
Yeah, Sean, it's frustrating to be in front of a guy and have the guy behind you not be able to stick right on your line, but it's just as frustrating to have a guy to be the guy behind and have the front person just driving out of their mirror and not driving their line. You want the guy in front to be driving just his line so that you can follow in his footsteps. But man, everyone getting extremely squirrely as they go through 3 and 4 this time.
Battle was one of them. Jalen Battle had a big bobble and it sent him back through the field. Battle now back in 8th. Good save.
Wow, this field's really spreading out. They're all trying to juke for the same position. This is going to get messy if they're not careful. I don't think anyone can decide where to go, Sean.
I think right now there may be a few drivers that are actually probably wouldn't mind a caution at this point. It's time maybe for some fresh Goodyears. You don't need fuel, everyone needs some Goodyears.
Everybody would appreciate that right now. Well, there's no fear of losing the draft. Nick Schmeg dropped back to the back of the pack and is about 0.5 behind the next truck, and he is having no trouble keeping up with this pack. So the squirreliness of these truck setups is really keeping everyone bunched together, which makes for great racing for us. But I can tell you, it's a sweat box inside those trucks.
Yeah, Nick's probably back there 80% throttle, honestly. He's got the tail end of the draft and everything clean and green for him. But boy, up in front of him, they're still pressing the issue, still looking at 3 wide back there. Bill Kruska, Brandon Carr, Jared Young, all trying to make it 3 wide. Now they settle back into 2 by 2. Going to the top again, the 24 Battle. Battle's he's either fighting a really bad push or he's looking for something up there. Trying to find momentum, maybe like now, to make a pass on the outside by himself as he comes up along. Michael Bromley's truck.
Some people just have different lines that they prefer to run. Some people prefer running that 3rd line. Other people prefer running the bottom line. It's just kind of a preference thing, and some guys just feel safer up there. I don't understand it. I've talked to drivers, and they're like, yeah, I love running that top line at Talladega. And I'm just like, wow, props to you guys.
Still have 3 wide here. 17 laps in, we're still doing 3 wide. It's still a thing here at Talladega.
I mean, I would have expected them to string out and kind of wait for later in the race, but these guys, all these truck drivers really doing a good job of powering through and duking it out where they can. We got 3 wide for about 3-4 rows now.
Yeah, and Jalen Battle continues to work for the very, very top lane. Trying to find something up there. Dependent right now, Bromley behind him. Well, no, I'm sorry. Oh, watch out. Bromley up the track.
They're going to drop in line now. Chad Mikosk on the bottom trying to hang. Oh, wow. It's super squirrely, guys, coming down the backstretch. But Tyler Fody and Chad Mikosk are really duking it out for the lead right now, trying to make their lines work. Oh, we have a truck in the wall.
We do. That was Bromley. Bromley, whose truck was looking awful squirrely, period. Bromley able to keep it under control. Adam, it does not bring out the caution, but it does bring heavy damage to the right side of that Chevrolet Silverado. Here's the replay.
Yeah, he's right behind the Chick-fil-A truck of the 25, ahead of him of Ryan Jones, and he's just going up the track and just, he just can't turn it in. He just clips the wall and then brings it down right in front of Nick Schmeg, who has to check up, and that means Nick's lost the draft now. So Nick's right off the back as you're taking a look at Nick in the McDonald's vehicle.
Boy, I want to say Nick is right on the tail end of it. He's got a shot here if he could be smooth, but man, I don't know.
But we've almost got 3 wide for the lead, Sean. Yeah, take a look at this.
Nick might be in the right spot, actually. He's because if all hell breaks loose up here, Nick's got time to react to it. In fact, they're dropping poor Nick like a rock back there.
And he let off the throttle for some reason, so I think he might have more going on than we can see. But this battle for the lead's going crazy. Tyler Fode has dropped to the bottom now, and that's Jalen Battle up on the high side. He's made it all the way to that front pack, and now he's trying to battle for the lead in the second lane. Chad Mikos is leading the race at the moment.
Yeah, Mikos, this will be another new leader in this race. We've had half a dozen of them so far. There's that top line again starting to move. Fode, Battle. Jared Young has not left Battle's back door for many laps now. I think there's a little work going on there between those two. They had a play coming in. Ryan Jones too. I keep seeing the 22, the 25, and the 24 all in the same place at the same time.
Yeah, Ryan Jones running that high side now, and you can see the squirreliness of Jalen Battle. He's trying to debate whether to go up there. He's trying to figure out whether he wants to, and he gets squirrely. But no, he's going to let Ryan Jones go by on that high side. We got 3 wide for that second row.
Man, and I'll tell you what, 55 Brandon Carr doing all they can to keep the truck off the wall. You know what? Actually, that wasn't him. That was Nicholas Panico, who's in this mix a lap down.
Look at that. Fode's drug Jalen Battle up to the front now. But look at, and we got the 8 of Chad Mikos coming back in the corners. That's what we've seen all race. Oh man, oh geez, Jalen Battle getting extremely loose and having to take to the high side and make it 3 wide with Tyler Fode and the other vehicle, the 20. Oh, the 22 got spun. Our first accident.
We're still green. We're still green. No caution. Young gets spun. Now Young's back up the track, still trying to get control of it. And the green stays out.
I think Young was trying to draw a caution, I think. We're going to take a look at it here. And his car is extremely damaged right now, but look at that. Young just coming down across the 09 of James Miller and gets spun into the 16 there of Rachel Hunt. Rachel Hunt just a poor victim in that scenario. And Jared Young gets it wound up, gets it corrected, and then just spears right into the wall. We'll see.
Wow. Lots and lots of damage on Jared Young's truck, but they continue to fight up front. It's Fode, Mikos, Walker, McClintock, Miller, Carr, Schrader, Kruska, Jalen Battle. Things have all of a sudden calmed down. Well, I was going to say that, right? And Mikos, look at that. Chad's just all over the place. He was down, he was up. Now he's out there all by himself. He's just going to drop here. Look, oh. Josh Walker shoots up the track. Oh, man, craziness. And we got the lap cars here coming up on them.
Wow, Wow, take a look at Josh Walker with a real head of steam in that second lane up there. He's just flying forward.
That AC Delco Chevy is moving, baby.
So they're running into lap traffic. This will make things interesting. Fortunately, I don't think anyone's 3 wide right now, so there should be a lane to go for. But it looks like Corey Williamson, okay, he does drop up to the high side. I was wondering when he was going to move, but now they've got clear track. They just have to make sure to navigate past these lap trucks very carefully.
There's Brian Perry up there also. With him as they get by. Good job by those two to get out of the way and let everybody come through here.
And that allows Josh Walker to drop down into the lead.
Wow. Ryan Jones pulls out, goes up to the top. Man, that's squirrely. Panico's truck just doesn't look stable right now.
Everyone's really struggling here. We're at lap 26 on this run, so we're going to be getting close to green flag pit stops here, Sean.
Yeah, we certainly are. I thought that fuel window was about lap 28. We got 26 in the books. I mean, heck, we're almost to the halfway point.
Yeah, now's the time. You can make a decision to go into the pits now if you want to.
I don't want to be the guy that comes in alone, though. Everybody's it's gonna have to be you need a partner. I'm sorry, at Talladega, Daytona, I just never see it work out for guys when they come in by themselves.
I mean, Sean, with the trucks driving the way they are today, you need more than one partner. You're gonna need at least 3, right, if not 4.
Yeah. But we haven't seen 2 trucks have to try and go catch anybody yet. So I don't know if we know they can do it. We do know this. In a group like this, they're awful fast. And, well, you saw how quickly they pulled away from poor Nick. Nick already 20 seconds behind this group.
Yeah, he was partnered with Michael Bromley, but Bromley went into pit by himself, so that leaves Nick out to dry again. Nick just 19 seconds off the lead now and dropping. The speed difference of over 10 miles per hour. That is a huge, huge difference.
Well, you should be able to finish that Happy Meal I put in the truck for him. So,
played by Ronald McDonald as he goes by.
Well, up front, it's still very tense. I think it's a good word for it, tense. Look at Tyler Fode. Fode just kind of drifted up into that spot and said, "You know what? I think the high line is moving. Let me get up there," and then battles slips back down to the bottom side.
Yeah, no one can really decide where to go here.
It's like the lane du jour. Well, if there's been any wagering, this probably wasn't a good idea. It's Talladega. You shouldn't wager at Talladega. This is for an experienced wagerer. Yes. Now up front, it's Linus Stern and
yeah, this looks like.
You think so? Okay, I'm with you here.
It's looking like we might start heading that direction. Everyone's stringing out. We haven't seen this all day. This is very unusual.
This might be it. This might be it. One more time around here, everybody. They've dropped in the line. They all cited the pit entry. They said, okay, let's take one more lap around and let's all drop in. So I think honestly, the whole field's going to make their way down here. next time around. And they are coming up on some lap trucks who better get out of the way. They know what's good for them. They're just going to step out of the way here.
Yeah, this could get pretty exciting. But
Who is that up there that's all over the place? It was coming back up onto the track. It was Corey Williamson. He was having trouble controlling the truck, getting it back up on track, and then moved back down to the bottom.
Oh, jeez, and Michael probably just sees them coming and is like, whoop, nope, I do not want to be in front of that.
And a few of those drivers there at the back are making pit stops.
Wesley Fuller and Brian Perry both come in along with Nicholas Panico and Corey Williamson. So those guys making pit stops now. These pit stops are going to be a little odd because they don't have a huge group to go out with, but and they're probably going to lose a lap. So some of these drivers at the front might be staying out as long as possible, but we haven't seen a caution yet. We've seen a lot of accidents, and there's actually some chaos going on right now. The 48 truck is getting spun around. He's trying to save it. I think he might have.
Wow. And that does not bring a caution. Look at the replay here real quick with Schroeder. And it was contact. I was with the 17, but did it start up top with the 53? Did he make contact up top and then come back down across the track?
He almost made contact. Exactly. Yeah, he almost made contact, then ducked down, trying to avoid that contact, and probably didn't realize the 17 was inside. But the battle for the lead, this has spiced things up a little bit. No one's really settled in now. They're all trying to battle for the lead at the moment. And here we go. Pit stops for the leaders.
Oh! Who is that? That's all. It was that.
That's James
the
Miller.
09.
Wow, I think he managed to get it slowed down, Sean.
Man. That was one of the craziest entries I've ever seen. First of all, he started the entry from the middle of the track, Adam.
That was something special. Let's watch on board here.
I'm going to go. I'm not going to go. I'm going to go here. Let me get out of the binders. How?
He got it slowed down. That was amazing.
Wow. And all of our leaders come in, except Jeffrey McClintock, who stays out. And now he's in.
But now he's going to be left all alone. He's got no one to partner with. He's going to have real trouble coming off the pit lane.
He may not have had a good line to get in. I don't know. But this is going to feel like the longest pit stop in the world. Oh, and I think he missed his box. He did. McClintock misses his box. Oh, and he's still trying to get the truck settled. That's done. He's done. As Battle, Walker come around.
And this has really separated our battles, Sean.
Yeah, it really has. It's kept it spicy up front. The top four still really, really good to watch. With 21 laps to go here at the stripe.
McClintock coming by. You just saw him at the bottom of the screen there. He's way off.
Help. Way off. No help. You know, he doesn't botch that pit stop. He might have had a shot there, man. He might have had a shot. He had to make about 2 or 3 movements to get that truck settled in the box.
All right, so Tyler Fody and Chad Mikosk, who went into the pits the lap before when we had the accident, they've caught up to the back of this pack now, and they're back up in the lead pack. It's now a 6-car battle for the lead. Look at Tyler Fody going to the high side. Chad's going to go with him. These guys, both who have led the race before, are trying to get back up there.
Yeah, I would say we don't have any trouble anywhere else in the field at this point. Get used to watching these 6 trucks. It'll be a little bit of what we saw in the first half of this race. The group has gotten smaller, and they're going to catch this lap traffic in front of them here real quickly. That's Rachel Hunt. That's one of the trucks up there.
Yeah, Chad Mikos getting the fastest lap of the race last lap as they gained back up to that pack of 4. So now he's trying to take Josh Walker up to the lead on that high side. And we're looking on board with James D. Miller as he is trying to keep his truck. Now, why is James up here when he had his accident? Well, you get one fast repair, so that kept him going.
Okay, so we got to see, you know, and Rachel's not even, that's not even a fight for position right there with Rachel. She's just fast following Michael Southern. Michael back a couple laps off right now. They're going to stay on the high side. Here comes the leader, Walker, Mikaz, Jayla Battle, James Miller, all coming through. Hold your line, hold your line. That's all they ask of you.
Doing that, the top 6 smoking by on the bottom. Everyone just being nice. Wow, that was a tense moment for Rachel Hunt there, and that's going to allow the likes of Chad Mikosk and James D. Miller to try and break out and go up to the front.
And at Rachel, that is a pass for position there on Nick Schmeg. I wonder if Nick picked up some damage in that incident he was caught up behind earlier. We just didn't catch it. Because that truck has never looked right since.
I mean, I think most of these drivers were anticipating cautions. Otherwise, they wouldn't have backed off as much at the beginning of the race. So the fact that we've been caution-free this entire race must be a surprise to everybody in the field.
Well, I don't want to blow it at this point. We only got 17 laps to go, so no cautions, no cautions. Let's keep it rolling. Just gotta love the pace. And now look what's happened. Is that group just behind him that they passed like gangbusters a moment ago, they've managed to hold on. Okay, they have managed to hold on. Oh, pass for the lead almost. And Jalen Battle still trying to gather it up. Miller's in the wall.
Yeah, he's going to lose some speed with that. He tried to duck up high and make a good pass, but it didn't work out for him. Corey Williams did the next lap truck they're going to have to deal with. Josh Walker smoking his way by Jalen Battle in the 24.
And it's exactly what I'm talking about. Look what they've done. They managed to hang on to the draft. This pack that just got lapped, they're all part of this now. You can't just slow down. You got to keep racing.
Especially because all those guys, most of them are fighting for position, so they do have to keep racing.
Right, Nick and Rachel are definitely fighting for position right now. Bill Kriska, who's in front of them, is not even in this battle on track. But like I said, you got to keep racing here.
And Jared Young's not even in the battle. Michael Southern, who's his nearest competitor, is 8/10 off the back. But they're gonna look at this. They're pushing Tyler Fode to the lead. Everybody in their own private battles right now, just messing with the lead pack because they have to in order to try and get the most positions that they can.
Well, without any caution, these trucks in this battle that are a lap down, not going to have any chance of getting that lap back. Oh, man, they're just all over the place. It's like watching a centipede. It's like watching a game of centipede. Okay, nobody got that.
Yeah, no, I got a shot, but they're getting used to it at this point. So that centipede working at peak efficiency. Everyone figuring out the fastest way to slide off the corners, and they're making it work.
Just, What was a small battle of 6 trucks is now erupted into a battle of what is a mix of trucks fighting for the win and trucks just fighting for their position on track a couple laps down. All mixing it up with equal intensity here, Adam.
Now, this is the kind of aggressiveness and the kind of desire for points and for the win and for anything that they could get. I mean, this isn't a points race. This is a special, but everyone's still fighting with the same level of intensity as they would during a normal regular season race, maybe even more so.
I'm going to be honest. I wasn't expecting this. This is about the race I expected, but it's the race we got, and it's been fun. Look at Nick back there in a number 99. He stepped out, took a look at the top side by himself and said, nah, maybe I ought to get back in line here.
Take a look at Jalen Battle. That top side is bunched up more than the bottom side because Chad Mikosk has had to back off the back of that 2-car of Josh Walker. That's allowing, oh, look at that. Jalen Battle getting extremely loose off that second corner. But wow, look at the 6 straight. This is quite impressive.
Give a lot of credit to Rachel Hunt right now. Rachel Hunt doing a really, really good job of following what I talked about earlier. Hunt has done a marvelous job of matching that Toyota up with that Chevrolet Silverado. And we got our first caution. Oh, and it's the lap trucks in the back of the field. Are you kidding me? Bromley gets into it, gets turned. Part of the battle, the great battle that was going on up front. But boy, there it was, 43 laps to get our first caution on board with Rada here.
Yeah, Rada just gets a good run off the corner, and there's that right rear quarter panel bump. That is classic super speedway stuff. That is the thing you avoid at all costs around here.
Just didn't match up those bumpers well at all, and well, it results in this. Again, our first caution of the night. I honestly, I thought we were
Me too, Sean.
I really, really did. And,
okay, Sean.
Go ahead.
You pit, Sean? Do you pit?
Hell yes. 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 Give me 4 fresh good years. Yeah, please. Yes.
Chad agrees with you. Chad Mikosk coming down pit road along with James Miller and Blake except for, was it Rachel Hunt who makes it onto the lead lap now?
Yep, Rachel Hunt.
We've seen how well she races up front, so this is going to give her an opportunity to challenge for the win.
Yeah, and listen, I don't think the guys that stayed out are going to be that much off pace to where, you know, it's going to make that big of a difference. Whoa. But
who's that smoking?
That's the 27 of Bromley, still trying to get his truck back around. But yeah, now I want the, like I said, I'm gonna have about 9 laps to go. Give me the tires, please.
Yeah, with how loose these trucks are, I would make the same decision as you.
Yeah, with as much as they've been moving around tonight, I'd rather take my chances in that window. Like I said, about an 8 to 9 lap window. I'd much rather take my chances with a fresh set of tires than trying to extend out a set of tires that I've already put 5-6 laps on. Let's say, you know what I mean? Even though it has been longer than that. They've put 12 laps on those tires. Your 3 that didn't go in up there, Fody, Walker, and Battle.
All right, so it looks like there's some manual waving around the pace car that's going on. So we'll see whether or not they clear out all this lap traffic.
Well, the wave arounds could extend the caution period here. In fact, it probably will. Nick Schmeg I saw him just pull off. He's gonna go ahead and bring it in. And the lights are gonna stay on the pace car one more time around. All right. So, Did you know on that Talladega Boulevard that I mentioned earlier, um, this track is right near an airfield. They have a very peculiar set of rumble strips that run down the middle of the infield, concrete rumble strips.
Huh.
Harley Davidson uses that to test their motorcycles on. It's very interesting. It's just like a skid track is basically what it is, but it's these concrete, like I said, concrete little berms. And I don't know, it probably goes for about 100 yards. But could you imagine being the guy that has to test that? That has to ride on that motorcycle and bunny hop all those little all those little curves.
Yeah, talk about being a sore bum. I mean, like, that's not the kind of job that you. That's an uncomfortable day job. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Hey, but I mean, I guess if they're testing the motorcycles, maybe the idea is to make it not so uncomfortable.
And as of 2001, I can confirm. Wasn't the last time I was there, but it was the last time I can remember. As of that didn't sound good. As of 2001, they still had the original concrete restroom facilities in the infield. So just imagine how crude those might be. So it's called the Trough, Adam. Look it up. You know, really easy to see the track though from Interstate 40 when you're heading. A little easier to see it when you're heading east on Interstate 40 there across Alabama, and it because there is nothing in the area. It's literally it's the Talladega Mountains is what they call that little area right there.
Right.
You you hit a certain spot on the interstate and you see the red and blue grandstands, and it looks like a little city on the horizon, and it just starts to grow and grow and grow. And all of a sudden, you realize, wow, that's only just maybe a quarter of a mile off the beaten path, off the actual highway itself, and it's not that far from the highway. But I will tell you this: it is a traffic nightmare getting in and out of Talladega Speedway.
Well, I mean, you just said it looks like a little city. It is basically a little city. I mean, like, the capacity of this place is insane.
Be ready to do some walking, man. I mean, it's just you got to walk to everything here at this track. All right, so we're now coming out of turn 2, heading down the backstretch. The lights are off on the pace car. Bill's ex-girlfriend Medina Mendez behind the wheel. Soup's girl not getting a whole lot of work this evening.
No, she's been able to chill and eat those. Oh, what did you say at the beginning of the race?
What's about what? I'm sorry, I forgot.
Oh, snacking in the pace car, Sean.
Oh, Funyuns. Oh, Funyuns
Yes.
in the 6-pack of beer. Yeah, no, trust me, there's still like 5.5 beers left and at least 2/3 of a bag of Funyuns, at least.
So you must have bought the 8-pack of beer, because if that's a 6-pack, that would have been down 2 beers already.
All right, here we go. I think this might... I don't know. Hard to say. I'd like to say this is the last time we have to unfurl the green flag, but we'll see here in a moment. Ford Mustang pace car out of turn 4. Makes the move to the left side. And we'll pull off right there at the dot lines. Yeah, slowly making its way down. The pace car is off. Josh Walker got the field. Tyler Fode to get us started. Boy, they take it real slow and easy here. They're going to wait for the flag. Nobody's making a jump. Everybody taking it easy. Crawling 56, 55 miles an hour. Fode waits for the flag, and it's mean green and underway here at Talladega Super Speedway again. The Sim Racers for Mental Health, the Mental Awareness 250. Fode's got 8 laps to go. Can he keep Battle and Walker off of the pole?
Yeah, I mean, he tried, but Battle getting a good run on that high side. But look at this, Josh Walker coming up right onto his bumper. Good to back off there and not slam into him. It's not quite yet time for that move, but that allows Chad Mikos back to the inside. He's going to get underneath Jalen Battle here. Jalen tries to slip in, but there's no room. He has to go behind him.
Yep, Battle finally gets in there. Drops right down in front of Wesley Fuller. Fuller, a name we've not brought up much tonight. Fuller up 12 spots right now. Oh boy, that was squirrely. Battle makes a very, very quick move to the top. Doesn't have anybody go with him. Gonna try and do it on his own.
The field's just really squirrely, Sean. I mean, these front four trucks did not hit, and so they've got extremely old tires, and they've gone through a heat cycle. This is gonna be really difficult. Oh man, Battle just sneaking down underneath Chad there, and wow, everyone kind of blowing up in the back of the field because of that. Everyone having to check up.
We are still green here. 6 to go. Coming to the line. Fody hanging on to this so far. Doing a good job. Oh boy! Wow, Battle. How did he not put that truck on the wall?
I mean, I hope that was intentional, but looking at the back of his bumper, I don't think so. Looks like he got collected a little bit as we see Nick Schmeg at the background going up to the high side. But Walker and Tyler Fody trying to take off from there, but Battle trying to do battle on the high side now. Wow, Schmeg up to the third line all by himself. He was trying to hold off the 22 there. And man, this is getting really intense, Sean.
Indeed it is. I said it before. This is not the race I expected this evening. Just to a man and woman, they have done a fabulous job here at Talladega. And they're coming down to the end of this already. 5 laps to go. It's anybody's race up here. Typical Talladega.
Speaking of a woman driver, Rachel Hunt started behind 5 lap trucks, and now she is back up there in the lead pack. She's down in the 9th position, but she is on that high side, and that high side, while struggling right now, has been moving forward at times. Oh man, everybody checking up as they come off a 2. Now we're 3 wide again.
Rachel got Nick back there helping her. Nick moved down to the middle lane now.
Oh, complete chaos at the front. Josh Walker being able to take advantage of that, along with Chad Mikos. They're breaking out in front, but that allows Jalen Battle to come down the low side, but he just doesn't want to. He stays up in that middle lane and decides to take off and challenge them just by his lonesome.
And the tense moments get even more tense. That the tension continues to grow. Now we're 3 wide, 3 rows deep.
Oh,
Ryan Jones got. Sorry, go ahead, Adam.
Oh, I'm just saying, like, Ryan's really struggling up there. He's backing everybody up. That's really messed with Rachel Hunt's speed. She's now back off the back of the pack. She's going to have to get her momentum back up. Everyone really struggling right now, but most of which is Ryan Jones.
Yeah, and Jared Young stuffing it in the wall back there just behind. Oh, watch out. Got trucks back there way, way too close.
The 3 to go this time.
They do use the iRacing green-white checker here in the Sim Racers for Mental Health Series. I believe they used all 3 last night at Fontana.
They did, and they're aiming towards 1 tonight. These truck drivers really pushing as hard as they can go. Now is the time for desperate moves. Now is the time to try and do something crazy to get a position. And it looks like they're all trying tonight.
Wow. Blake Treywick just straddling the apron there basically through the whole turn. That is never any fun.
Oh, and Nick Schmeck gets hit, And now we've got 3 trucks
Aw.
around. And this does bring out the caution.
I think it might have started with it's Panico and Schmeg. Panico and Schmeg get together. I don't think anybody else got damage out of that, but you're going to see them come together right there.
That was a strange accident.
Yeah, it was. And then Rachel got door slammed there also. That actually is going to put some damage on Rachel Hunt's truck.
Yeah, I'm just curious here. Watch the 53 as he comes through this corner. They're all jockeying for position here, and the 99 of Nick Schmidt goes up high. He drifts down a little bit onto the 53. The 53 gets a little unstable, and then they just come together coming through the center there. So, wow, Nick, amazing save there. Keep it going. Holy moly.
That I think it was Brandon Carr just kind of slipped through there. It's the purple truck of Brandon Carr. You can see here, Carr has to make a really, really quick evasive move.
Oh my!
There we go.
Goodness.
Yep, almost collected Nick. Almost collected Nick Schmeg there.
You know, I said it last night in the Parallel Truck Series was we had another accident quite like this, another evasion quite like this, but that is as close as it gets, folks. You don't get any closer to hitting a truck than you saw right there.
Well, he missed the McDonald's drive-thru. He's going to have to go all the way back around.
All
well,
right. Question
okay.
again, Sean. Do you pit?
Ooh,
green, white, checker.
Yeah.
Well.
Yes. Yes. Just
not
yes.
many
yes.
people agreed with you.
Answer's yes. Yes.
Well, there are only 11 trucks on the lead lap, I believe. Yes, there's only 11 trucks on the lead lap, so even if you do pit, you're going to get 4 tires, and you're going to come out 6 lanes off the front, 4-ish lanes off the front when you get 3 wide, which will happen. So yeah, you definitely have a chance. I don't see why more people didn't pit there. I'm with you, Sean.
I like my tires.
All right, so that puts Josh Walker, our leader, at a stint of 23 laps right now on his tires. Chad Mikos and William Kruska, as well as Jeffrey McClintock in 4th, all the way down to 4th, they all have 12 tires. And Jalen Battle, who pitted with Josh Walker, he's with 23 tires. So, yeah, these drivers who have been out there for a while, they've been out there quite a while. So we might see a little bit of wheel spin and a little bit more instability on this next restart.
A little bit.
I mean, we've been seeing a little bit all race, but
yeah. Now the temperature on track has gone down a little bit. When we last checked in on it, it was up over 100 last time we checked in. It's only 94 on track right now. So track's cooled off a little bit. It's a little bit later in the day. It's about 4:42 virtual standard time in the afternoon here in Talladega. I've seen all kinds of weather here too, by the way, Adam. Everything from hail to sunny, the most beautiful sunny day you've ever seen, to the scariest thunder and lightning show you've ever seen. Very, very weird weather patterns in this part of the state.
You know, Sean, I look forward to when we get rain in iRacing, putting a full field out here of the Cup cars and taking them around in the rain.
Yeah, no. They're not going to do that. Come on. All right, so Maybe look for the lights to go off for the pace car right here, Adam.
That's the hope.
That is the hope. And they did not go off. So we got one more lap here to get things sorted out.
Yeah, we had to let the lap cars pit, I believe. So this is another lap
Right.
around to allow them to do that. So we'll get restarted shortly.
I saw Elvis perform on Talladega Boulevard, and I can't be convinced otherwise that it wasn't the real Elvis. So
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
he was pretty good. As Elvis's, or as I'm sorry, let me get this right. As
As
Elvi go,
Elvis goes.
as
Oh,
Elvi,
Elvi.
as
Okay.
Elvi go, he was pretty solid. He was pretty strong. Partied with Boris said Talladega. It was, a gathering of the said heads. It was a fun time.
Yeah, I've heard Boris is a nice guy.
He's a very, very engaging fellow. Yes. Mr. Excitement, Jimmy Spencer, made a visit to our humble little stop on the boulevard. Things really don't get exciting until about 2:30 on the AM side, Adam.
Well, I thought you were gonna say PM because that's usually when they start this race.
Yeah, no. The real race, the real entertainment is in the AM hours at Talladega Super Speedway, sir. Lots of camping available here too. You would think with a 2.66 mile speedway, we're going to put all those people. Well, it's basically surrounded by campgrounds. There's one outside of just about every turn. There's a huge one right across the street. All right, lights are out. Time to fire it up. Now, when we come back around, there'll be 2 to go.
I would like to remind the viewers that these guys, while pacing, they look slow. They're doing 65 miles an hour, which is often the speed limit in municipalities on freeways. So when you see these guys pacing around and it looks really slow, just a reminder, these guys are going as fast as you can go when you're in the city.
It's a good point, and I'm trying to remember, and I know this, darn it, I know this, but the minimum speed is you have to maintain to keep the car on the track through these 33-degree bank turns.
It's like
It's
40 or something. It's pretty high.
It is. It's something like, you may be right. It's like 41 or 42. It's been so long. I'm just not remembering it, and my Google skills are avoiding me right now. I don't want to cheat. So maybe someone could say something in the peanut gallery out there and give us that. No, they don't care. So all they care about is finish this race. It's been a good one too, buddy. It really has. It all comes down to this, though.
Yeah, this has been quite an amazing race, and it's going to be interesting to see who can pull it out. Remember, we have 2.66 miles till we take the white flag, so there's a lot of time for something bad to happen, Sean.
A lot of time for something bad to happen. I like the way you put that out. All right, well, nothing bad about the pace car pulling off. Here we go. Josh Walker, Chad Mikas have the field here out of 2. Down the front stretch here. Again, they will wait patiently like everyone before them has. Still waiting on that flag to drop, and here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and we're green. Josh Walker takes the field down the front stretch. Into turn 1. 2 laps to go.
And there's already an accident.
Wall. Oh, come on. What happened there?
That was the 55 of Brandon Carr getting turned.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Miller was right behind him. The 09 was right behind him. Yeah, I know you got to go, but that just never looked like it had a chance of ending well. To be honest with you.
No, you can't shove a guy down the front stretch, not in the trucks. These things spin up their rear tires too quickly. And they're just bumping one against another, and then just getting clobbered. He's just not had the luck tonight.
Ronald is sad right now. I picture Ronald McDonald with a tear in his. This is the sad meal. That happy meal we put in the truck is sad now.
Especially because he's not having much. Well, he's had all the time to eat it. It's gone now.
Grimace is actually grimacing right now. I mean, he has a legitimate reason to grimace. Is there still a Grimace, by the way, or is it just Ronald? Or Grimace still around? Okay.
Yeah, no, he's definitely around, John.
Okay, all right. I thought maybe the McDonald, the Ronald McDonald family had shrunk. Everybody's cutting costs these days. All right, here we go. We're going to take a quick break here on the Global SimRacing Channel. We're going to be right back here for what we think will be the completion of this race. The lights go out. We'll be back. Stick with us. Thank you. Welcome back to the 2019 Mental Health Awareness 250 here at Talladega Super Speedway. Here with the Sim Racers for Mental Health in the Gander Mountain Truck Series. And, well, Adam, it's been an exciting one. This will be our second green-white checker attempt. And the pace car is bringing him around.
Yeah,
got
Sean,
into turn 3.
before the pace car drops down and we take the slow trundle to the line, I'd like to talk about Rachel Hunt. She's finally, with her own kin on the lead lap, she's going to restart just behind Brian Perry on that top side. And she's going to actually be able to race with people on the lead lap for the first time since she regained that lead lap on that lucky dog. So she's finally going to have a chance to battle. Yeah. Yes.
All right, pace car eases on down. Josh Walker, Chad Mikaz again. Gonna get this field restarted. Low and slow. Everybody doing well to keep in order here. Adam is ready to fly. There it goes. The green is out. Hopefully for the last time as they get restarted. The field gets off to a much better start as they head across the line down into 1.
They're doing a good job. Chad's hanging on to it right now, but Josh Walker's challenging on that bottom side. He's really making it work. They're really tight, Sean. This is as tight as we've seen him run.
Oh, Cruz kid down there, straddling the line. The 8 is loose and around. Chad Mikaz around contact. The yellow's out. We're going to have to do it again. Oh, contact in the middle. Oh, no. Battle. Blake Trawick.
That was way after. Way after the wreck happened.
They were still racing. Why?
Wow, look at the 8 just going for a ride here. This is really rough. Let's take a look here as they get right. They're side drafting around here. And with the trucks as loose as they are, that's so dangerous. They know that. Chad getting a little bit turned around and then just clobbered. And wow, take a look at this ride.
Wow, wow, wow. Honestly, it looked like they were still racing. And they made contact and it just, it detonated just a mushroom cloud there. I hope they got fast repairs left because they're going to need them. They are definitely going to need them, and we're going to need one more green-white checker to try and get this race done.
Take a look at the 62 now. He just has nowhere to go. He just gets collected up into it, and wow, spears hard left into the rest of the pack. Director, if we could get on board with the 99, looks like he worked really hard to try and avoid this wreck.
Nice to see Nick have a little luck fight. If indeed is what we're going to see is a little bit of luck here.
Well, that's the last thing you want to see. Oh, and that's what's going on. But then if you turn back around, he's got another wreck happening ahead of him. That was the 24 and the 56 getting into it.
And that was the wreck that just still has me scratching my head. It's like, what were you guys racing for right there? The caution had been out for half a straightaway.
So we're going to see it here. The 24 ducks low to try and dodge the wreck. He gets pushed a little bit low by the 17, so he backs off of it, and then they go dive down low here. Oh, the 56 got turned!
No, well, the 56 made contact with the 5. They were racing. It was McClintock and Trick. I keep doing that. I'm sorry. If it's McClintock, Jeffrey, I'm very, very sorry. Please forgive me for my love for all things John Wick.
I think they're all looking in their mirror, Sean.
I maybe so. I don't know, but there was a lack of focus or attention or whatever right there. But the result of it is a bunch of trucks got wrecked there. A bunch.
Yeah, that's about as bad as it gets. And oh, I can't believe I'm saying this, Sean. Okay. Nicholas Schmeg, after all of his bad luck and getting stuck on the last lap, he's getting his lap back with the lucky dog.
And there you go. Nick lives to fight another day. Might still get that number 99 Ronald McDonald's House truck to the front.
We see the wave. We see the wave. And, you know, as Chad Knaus always says, no matter how bad the day's going, keep driving the truck. You never know what's going to happen.
You sure Chad Knaus said truck? You sure he did?
He said car, but it's easy to say.
He's probably worked on a truck or two. All right. Well, again, we get one more crack at this. You have options. You can do it once. You can do it twice, or you can do it 3 times.
I guess we're doing it 3 times.
Mental health decide to do it 3. Let's play 3. So this race scheduled for 54 laps. We've now run 65. 2 of those in anger. 1.5 of those in anger, I think.
And we're gonna probably restart on 67 if the last couple of cautions show the pattern to be true. So it's gonna be a couple more laps before they get started. We're gonna be at 69 laps probably by the end of this thing.
All right, well, we'll stick with you here as we scramble for more Talladega trivia. Nick will, I think he's going to get a chance to restart in 6th or 7th here.
I think they're waving the trucks by him now, so I think it'll be 11th, depending on the trucks that got into the accident. So let's see what he gets here. I think it's going to be 9th, actually. So, Sean, we haven't had much of an opportunity to see much racing here over these last 2 restarts, but Josh Walker's been really strong there on the low side. But that high line has actually been pretty strong, even though we have had Chad Mikos, who's been challenging for the lead most of the race, get into that accident. But that top line is showing some strength. It's possible that they could make a run for the win here.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it'd be no time like the present for that top line to come in. You know, maybe getting a little information that some drivers are going to struggle with the fuel here in these last couple laps.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, we were scheduled for 54 laps, and they're going to be going to 69 laps. I mean, nobody anticipated this many green-white checkers.
I didn't. Did you?
No. I thought we were going to go green to the end. I mean, with the way the race was going. But
I know.
Here we are. We've got...
Exactly. Yeah. You know, they referred to this track the very first time I went to this track as Alabama International Motor Speedway. It was 89. They switched over to Talladega Super Speedway. It's the only NASCAR track known as Super Speedway.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, apparently they used to hold IMSA GT championships here in the 1970s.
Yeah, I seem to remember something about that. I certainly never saw one there, but they've got several different little infield road course configurations there at Talladega. Not really often used much anymore these days, but they did use them way back when.
There'll be some interesting things to see around here. I'm sure there are series that would race any road configuration given to them. So That'd be something cool to see at some point.
So what do you think the track record is at Talladega?
Oh, for speed?
Yeah. How fast do you think you get a car around
I'm gonna say under 225, but above 220.
there? Okay. I'm trying to do some crack investigation on this because there's a couple different stories out there, but I think it was Rusty Wallace actually back in June of 2004. 216. 216.3. That's cruising.
That is quite fast.
Yeah. That's the record for the fastest recorded time by a NASCAR vehicle on a closed oval circuit. So
Wow.
there you go. The lights are off. Here we go. Going to do it one more time. For the win, for the victory. Josh Walker going to lead him down. Billy Kruska starts on the outside. Adam, here we go. It's green. We're back to it here. Sim Racers for Mental Health back underway.
Are they going to make it back around? I'm not so sure. Josh Walker doing his best on the bottom line, but William Kruska up there on the top side. Oh boy, Jalen Battle, as usual, making quick, decisive moves down to the bottom line. Now that top three really starting to take off on the bottom line. They might have a good run here.
Schmeg in the back there trying to find his way through the field. Up front, the 88 of Michael Southern has to hang on to it. He had a scary moment. He gets to the top side. Gonna get some help for Bill Kruska. Bill couldn't match up with him there. But up front, Walker, Fody, Battle all coming to the white flag.
Well, doing a good job. Tyler Fody just hanging on to the back there of Josh Walker. They're really... Oh, Josh Walker gets pushed wide. And
they're wrecking
at the back. Yep, but this is probably going to stay green if I have to get...
Yep. That was Rachel Hunt into the wall. The top six all battling it out, heading out of two. Down the backstretch. Here we go.
Josh Walker taking the lead. Tyler Fody, not much he can do on the bottom side, and people are abandoning him on the bottom side. Josh Walker diving down to the bottom.
Oh, and another truck into the wall. That was the 88 of Michael Southern.
They're still going, though.
Coming out of four. Josh Walker
outside. Oh, Josh Walker's trying to block the 62 Who's going to take the win? Jeffrey McClintock's going to take the win.
Okay. Yeah, Jeffrey McClintock with the win.
After all that.
Wes Fuller second and Brian Perry third. Wow.
Oh my, what an unbelievable finish. Watch this on board. Unbelievable finish. Everyone duking it out. Completely crazy here at the finish. Everyone's diving low, and wow, he gets clobbered, but he still finishes and manages to cross the line in first.
All right, well, guys, race fans everywhere, we're going to take a quick break here on the Global SimRacing Channel. We'll be right back with the results and maybe a few drivers to talk to. Stay here. See you in a moment. And we're back here on the Global SimRacing Channel in the 2019 Mental Health Awareness 250 Talladega Super Speedway, your host venue this evening for the Sim Racers for Mental Health. Let's look at the results of tonight's race. And it sees the surprise win by Jeffrey McClintock, Wesley Fuller in second, Brian Perry third, William Kruska fourth, Nick Schmeg manages a top 5. Good on you, Nicky. Number 99, Tyler Fody going to go 6th. Jalen Battle, 7th place run. Josh Walker, 8th. Michael Southern will finish 9th. And Rachel Hunt involved in one of those dust-ups there on the last lap.
Blake Trewick is going to come home in 11th place, also a lap down. Brandon Carr in 12th. Jared Young, our final 1 lap down car, in 13th. Then we have Ryan Jones 2 laps down. Corey Williamson 3 laps down. Chad Mikosk after his wreck, leading to one of our green-white flag checkers. Wow, green-white checkers. Yes, 7 laps down, along with James Miller. Then Steve Rada 8 laps down. Nicholas Panico 16 laps down, and Michael Bromley 16 laps down as well. And then our final racer was Andrew Schroeder, 39 laps down.
Okay, there we go. That's your field. Let's talk to the winner. Jeffrey, congratulations. First question. I see you're from Florida.
Yep.
How do you pronounce your last name? Is it McClintock or is it McClintock?
McClintock.
McClintock. Okay, there we go. That question is solved. Jeffrey, I'm going to ask you how your race was, of course, but really it all came down to that last little bit stretch track there, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. That was wild coming to the finish there. I thought I was done for when I was about 6th place, taking the white flag, but the seas parted for me there, coming to the checkered. That was something.
It really was. And how close were you on fuel there, going to our 3rd green-white checker?
Oh, I was plenty of the good. I had pitted just a few laps before the finish, actually. So I had plenty of fuel. I had good tires. Yeah.
And just, you guys had that great run. You got into the green flag pit stops, and it continued. And then, well, the cautions bred cautions there at the end. But overall, did you enjoy your iRacing experience this evening?
Oh, yeah, it was a ton of fun. It was a great race out there. Yeah, I got to thank Sim Racers for Mental Health for putting on this show. It was definitely a good one.
And you're going to walk away with $25 in iRacing credits. How you going to spend them?
Oh, man. Oh, no, I might just buy some beers after this race to celebrate.
Okay, all right. Well, go enjoy it, and good talking to you. We will hopefully see you down the road here really soon. Your winner,
Right.
Jeffrey McClintock, this evening. Congratulations, sir.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Adam, that's Jeffrey McClintock, and you're going to speak to, I think, Brian Perry next. Who do we got next here? Yeah, Brian Perry.
Yes. We're going to talk to Brian Perry, who came home in 3rd position. Brian, you were looking at that apron. It was quite tantalizing, but then all heck broke loose, and you ended up coming home in 3rd place. What'd you think about that finish?
I still haven't caught my breath. I crossed the finish line. I don't know if you saw, but I was backwards. I threw in reverse and just took her to the start-finish line.
Yeah, quite an insane wreck there. What did you think about the race throughout the night? Everyone seemed a little bit loose. How was it handling that truck out there?
I spent most of my race a lap down, just running around by myself. So I was feeling good for most of the race until I got my lap back, and that's when all heck kind of started breaking loose. But I felt comfortable in the truck. I didn't have any issues with loose or anything. It felt pretty good.
Awesome. When it came time for those green flag pit stops, did you have enough teammates to work with teammates? Do you have enough drivers to work with while you were doing those green flag pit stops to be able to keep up with the pack?
I came down pit road with 2 other guys, and we got hooked up with a draft. We never got a chance to catch up with anybody, and luckily the cautions kind of fell our way to we could catch up. But I felt like we had without a caution, we had no way of catching the pack.
All right, Brian. Well, congrats on the finish and good job tonight. Is there anyone you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank. I want to give a shout out to my sponsor, Unfit for FM. You go to unfitforfm.com, check out the podcast, download it on iTunes. Anchor and Brian over there, they do a great job.
Awesome. Well, thanks for driving tonight, Brian, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right, that was Brian Perry, our third place finisher after that crazy finish. And Sean, who do you have next?
I'm gonna talk to Wesley Fuller, our second place finisher this evening. Wesley, congratulations. How crazy was that there for you at the end?
That was super crazy. I didn't think I was going to get through it. If that 5-car would have got hit just a little bit harder, I would have pulled this thing off. But
Well,
yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah, it really, really was. The whole race was, I used the word tense several times.
You were absolutely right on that.
Yeah, just, okay, so you just like a bucket of sweat right now?
Yeah, pretty much. I was telling my teammate, Nicholas Panico, that I'm like, I am clinching so bad right now because this is just, it's crazy. The truck was just so unstable, and you really had to be on top of everything, be on top of the wheel. It was a crazy race. That's for dang sure.
Well, trust me, we saw how unstable that truck was here from the viewer's standpoint. Adam and I talked about that throughout the entire race. He had gotten some laps in it. It seemed like every lap you were out there a little longer on a set of tires, it just became even that more dangerous to get the truck around.
Yeah, every time you just kind of, it was really bad whenever you're tucked up behind somebody and you get that air flowing and the truck just really wanted to spin out. It was unlike anything I've ever drove here, and that was by far the craziest thing.
Well, anybody you'd like to thank real quick here before we let you go this evening?
I'd like the chance to thank Nick Panico. He really helped me a lot in this race, and everybody at RGR Motorsports for their continued support. This whole race was about mental health, and everybody and the whole everybody had a different paint scheme. They had somebody help them throughout their life, and Mosaic Life Care helped me out. I had cancer about 3 years ago, and they helped me out through that whole entire thing. So that's the reason why they're on my truck. No, I want to thank you guys for putting this on too. That was a lot of fun.
Well, hey, thank you for sharing your story with us, and we appreciate you and being here tonight. And again, congratulations. Go celebrate a little bit. Enjoy this one, and we'll see you soon.
All right, thanks guys. Have a good night.
All right, Adam, that's going to wrap it up for us this evening. Great racing for most of the way there. The ending, the really great racing we got was what I didn't expect. I didn't expect that type of an ending either. So,
yeah, everyone did a really good job. Yeah, throughout the race.
Yeah, and so I was wrong on all accounts tonight. But hey, listen, a great one indeed. Lots of people to thank. We do want to thank, of course, Sim Racers for Mental Health for contracting us to bring you this event this evening. We do want to thank the companies that provide the software and hardware for all of our broadcasts. We list them here on the screen for you, so you can contact them if you'd like to consider using any of these equipment. Now, we also want to thank especially June Lalonde, who provides all the great music you hear on the Global SimRacing Channel on every broadcast we have. And you want to get a hold of her, her email address is right there, and you can contact her. Now, we want to thank the team today, of course, Adam Lindgren, Joe Peak, Dougie Beard. If you'd like to find out more about the Global SimRacing Channel, well, lots of ways. You're on our YouTube channel, hopefully, or you're on Twitch or Facebook, so bookmark those. Twitter at GSR Channel, Instagram at GSRC_Graham. If you're not on Facebook, just go over there and type in Global SimRacing Channel. You'll find us, I promise. Red and white GSRC. The next race for the Sim Racers for Mental Health is actually going to be Wednesday, September the 4th, and it's going to be at Michigan. Yeah, Michigan. And you can catch that here on GSRC, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. You want to see what's coming up on our network next? Well, keep watching the screen there as those races scroll by. But until next time, race clean, race hard, and we'll see you on the track.